Ever pondered what would happen if time started running in reverse? It's a curious thought, isn't it? But like most curious thoughts, it takes us down a rabbit hole of paradoxes and theories that truly boggles the mind. Welcome, my fellow curiosity seekers, to the paradox of time. Imagine a world where time doesn't march forward but pirouettes backwards. It's a concept that contradicts our understanding of reality. It's counterintuitive, it's mind-bending, and it's what we'll be exploring today. Time, as we know it, runs like a river, always flowing forward. But what if, just for a moment, we entertain the idea of this river reversing its course? It's a concept that presents a paradox, a situation that defies logic, and yet, in the realms of theoretical physics, it's a possibility that holds some ground. In this video, we'll be taking a deep dive into this paradox. We'll be exploring three main segments: changes in the universe, the impact on everyday life, and the intriguing physics behind this concept. First, we'll journey to the farthest reaches of the cosmos to see what changes a reverse time universe might bring. Will galaxies unform? Will stars unburn? It's a cosmic dance worth pondering. Next, we'll bring it closer to home, to our everyday life. How would a day look if lived in reverse? Would we uneat our breakfast, unwake from our sleep? It's a topsy-turvy world that's as amusing as it is bewildering. Finally, we'll delve into the physics behind this concept. How does the theory of time running in reverse fit into our understanding of the universe and its laws? It's a question that's as complex as it is captivating. So if you're ready to defy logic and journey into the realm of reverse time, brace yourself, because things are about to get a little backward. Imagine the universe, not as we know it, but in reverse motion. A world where celestial bodies defy the logic we've come to understand. A universe that dances to a different tune, a cosmic ballet in rewind. Let's start with the stars. In reverse, their life cycle would be a spectacle to behold. Instead of a nebula condensing into a star, we would witness a star decompressing into a nebula. A supernova would be a cosmic vacuum, sucking in all its dispersed materials to form a tightly packed core. And black holes? They would be the ultimate cosmic regurgitators, spewing out everything they've swallowed back into the universe. Planets would also partake in this reverse cosmic dance. A world where erosion builds mountains and rivers flow uphill. And planets, instead of forming from cosmic dust and rocks over millions of years, they would slowly crumble back into the cosmic dust from whence they came. And galaxies, those colossal structures of stars and planets, they would be reversing their spin. The spiral arms would curl inward instead of outward, like a cosmic flower closing its petals. And what of the universe itself? Well, instead of expanding, it would be contracting, a cosmic elastic band pulling itself back together. But in this reverse universe, even the laws of physics might play by different rules. The second law of thermodynamics, for instance, would be turned on its head. Instead of disorder increasing over time, we'd see a universe where chaos organizes itself into order. A universe in reverse would also challenge our understanding of cause and effect. Could we still say that the sun's heat causes water to evaporate if this process runs backward? And what would this mean for the fundamental forces of nature like gravity, magnetism, and the strong and weak nuclear forces? Intriguing, isn't it? But let's bring it closer to home. Let's imagine what everyday life might look like if time flowed in reverse. Now, consider your everyday life, but with the rewind button permanently pressed. Imagine waking up in the morning, but instead of getting out of bed, you're getting back into it. You'd rise to a setting sun, and the moon would greet you at the start of your day. It's a world turned topsy-turvy where breakfast becomes your last meal, and dinner your first. Now think about the simple act of walking. With time running backward, every step you take propels you in the opposite direction. It's like a peculiar dance, where you're forever stepping back, never forward. A stroll in the park would no longer be about moving ahead, but retracing your steps, quite literally. Even more mundane tasks would turn into comedic absurdities. Picture yourself at a restaurant, for instance. The waiter arrives with an empty plate and then, voila, your half-eaten steak magically reassembles itself. You'd chew and chew, but instead of swallowing, the food would come back up piece by piece onto your fork, then back onto the plate. And just when you think it can't get any weirder, you'd walk backward out of the restaurant, ungreet the waiter, and unpay the bill. And what about communication? Words would flow from your mouth in reverse, creating a symphony of unrecognizable sounds. We'd all have to become experts in reverse speech to understand each other. breathing too would take on a new rhythm. Instead of exhaling carbon dioxide, we'd inhale it, and oxygen would be exhaled. It's a world where even the air around us follows a different set of rules. Yet, amidst all the absurdity and hilarity of this reverse world, lies a profound thought. It forces us to question our linear perception of time and to consider the intriguing possibility of a universe where time flows in a direction contrary to what we know and understand. As baffling as it sounds, the real brain twister is the science behind all this. So, what does physics have to say about all of this? Well, let's dive into the deep end of the pool, shall we? The physics of reverse time is a fascinating maze of theories and paradoxes, so let's start with entropy. Entropy, in its simplest form, is the measure of disorder in a system. In our forward-ticking universe, entropy always increases, which is often referred to as the arrow of time. Now imagine this arrow reversed. The broken teacup on your floor spontaneously reassembles and leaps back onto the table. The flames of a fire retreat into the logs, leaving them whole and unburned. All this would be possible in a universe where entropy decreases. Intriguing, isn't it? Next, let's tackle quantum mechanics, another cornerstone in our exploration. Quantum mechanics tells us that at the tiniest scales, the laws of physics are symmetric, meaning they work the same way forward and backward in time. A particle moving forward in time and its antiparticle moving backward in time are indistinguishable in quantum mechanics. But here's the twist. In the real world, we do distinguish between them. This is because of something called CP violation, a phenomenon observed in certain particles that shatters the perfect symmetry of quantum mechanics. If time ran in reverse, we would see more of these violations, making the universe a very strange place indeed. Finally, let's not forget about the second law of thermodynamics, which states that heat always flows from hot to cold. If time were to flow backwards, we would see this law reversed, with cold objects heating up while hot ones cool down. Imagine ice cubes warming your tea while the sun cools down. Quite a mind-bender, isn't it? But let's wrap this up. So, we've journeyed through a universe in reverse and explored the physics behind it, but what does it all mean? In the grand scheme of things, this thought experiment serves as a testament to human curiosity. We've ventured into a world where time operates in reverse, explored the universe under this new rule, and even contemplated how our everyday life would be if we were to rewind instead of moving forward. It's mind-boggling, isn't it? But here's the thing. This isn't just about imagining a world where you pour tea back into the kettle or uncrack an egg. It's about challenging our understanding of the universe and its laws. It's about questioning the fundamental aspects of our reality that we take for granted. In the paradox of time, we saw how our concept of cause and effect would be thrown into disarray if time were to run backward. We then ventured into a universe in reverse, where galaxies unform and stars unburn. This led us to contemplate everyday life in reverse, a world where we grow young, not old, and memories are of things yet to happen. And finally, we delved into the physics of reverse time, where the second law of thermodynamics is flipped and entropy decreases over time. It's a strange concept, but one that has the potential to unlock new perspectives in our understanding of physics. These thought experiments are not merely flights of fancy. They are tools that help us probe the boundaries of our knowledge, challenge our assumptions, and propel us towards new discoveries. While time may not run in reverse in our reality, contemplating such possibilities certainly makes for an intriguing journey, doesn't it? This is Fiction Facts, signing off until our next mind-bending exploration. Stay curious.